What's up, peoples? This is probably the most realest thing, the deepest thing I've ever discussed in a video ever, right? I want to connect with you differently, right? On this video, I want to express myself a little differently in this video. I want to go a little deeper. You remember Jadakiss song? They'll play it every now and then. It's called Why. They ask all the questions why. I really liked that song. Over a decade ago it came, even longer than that, probably 15 years, maybe 20, right? I really like that song. So what I'm gonna talk about today is what ifs, not why. What if? I'm gonna drop this on you, right? What if our world is moving society in a direction to recreate something that's already passed and gone? What if our world is organizing right now and structuring right now the formation to take the world back to slavery? What if all of the new laws that are being started in Florida, that's the testing spot, DeSantis, sorry if I mispronounced his name, I'm gonna try not to use names in this. What if he's just the pilot program starting in Florida to rewrite the history books about slavery and different things like that, to make room for it to be introduced? It's only a vote. Don't forget that it's only a vote. So here's the thing. What if, and again, I'm not saying names, what if the person that owns the most farmland in the world, in the country, what if the person that owns the most farmland in the country, in fact, he don't just own the most. If you take all the farmland that he owns and combine all the other farmland, he owns more than all the other farmland, right? What if that's setting up events to recreate, reintroduce slavery into the fold? What if Joe Biden was the president to anchor it in, and they allowed more black people to be appointed in cabinet spots than ever before as a distraction to take your eyes off of what's really going on and to make you relax as they further anchor in this slavery movement? What if we already know without a vision the people perish, and where you get a vision from is by looking back at what did or didn't work? That's why when you don't know your history, it's easily repeated, because there's no way for you to have a vision to do anything better, because you don't have that foundation to pull from, to develop from. What if that's happening? What if they're trying to reintroduce slavery into the world? It's only a vote. What if DeSantis is used as the pilot program in Florida to water down our history, change our history, the narrative of our history, so that ultimately generations to come, millennials, Generation X and further on, Generation Z rather, and further on, their new reality becomes slavery was voluntary. We liked it. My great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents and all of that liked it. Our ancestors who committed suicide and jumped into the ocean rather than being taken to that level of slavery, of being owned by another human being. But it was voluntary. So what's going to happen when our children, if our children start to really internalize this and believe that it was voluntary, and then they reintroduce it they're going to be volunteers. They're going to be volunteers initially, and then they're going to use those volunteers. They're going to take the worst of the worst, people with little hope, to make them volunteer, and then they're going to make it, they're going to glamorize it to make it seem like it's a good thing, to make it seem like they're having a good time. See, look at slavery. Look at how great it is. They want to be told what to do. They want to sell their birthright. They want to sell God out for the very purpose that he created them, to maximize their gifts and their purpose and give it to the world. What if that's the course that they're trying to take? What if President Biden is anchoring it in by having more blacks appointed to cabinet than ever before, in order for us to let our guards down? Oh, we good. We got blacks in office, while they anchor in, reintroduce this slavery to society. What if, my friend? It's the realest thing I ever said, right? You got to get on the spirit. You got to feel all this. You got to see it happening. You got to see the game within the game. Power is organized thought and organized effort. What are you going to organize if you don't have an aim, if you don't have a vision? If you don't know your history, if your history has changed, that's where you develop your vision from. It's all a trap, my friend. Don't get trapped. We got to be proactive and not reactive. Proactive people get what they want. Reactive people get what's left over. Nobody can give you independence. Independence has to be taken.